I distinctly requested the local authority to send me a woman teacher, especially in view of what happened with Mr. Warburton.
Mr. Warburton?
Yes. He was teaching English to foreign students last term. I'm afraid he only lasted a month. Then he departed.
Dead?
Demented. Yes, the strain was too much for him. Typical of the male sex. No stamina. Always seemed to be able to cope at first, and then one day he just snapped. It was really quite disgusting.
Really? What did he do?
Climbed out of the classroom window onto the roof, took off all his clothes, and stood there stark naked, singing, "I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts."
Very distressing. Well, there's no need to worry on my account. I mean, I'm not likely to climb out of the classroom window.
I know you aren't.
Oh, thank you for your confidence.
It has nothing to do with confidence. We've had the window frames nailed down. Married?
Sorry. No. I was engaged once. As a matter of fact, I proposed marriage, but it didn't really work out. There was quite a lot of opposition.
A father?
No, a husband. I didn't realize she was married at the time.
And what was your last position?
Well, I was teaching at a secondary modern school, but I left. I couldn't stand any more beatings.
Well, I didn't think teachers beat children anymore.
Oh, they don't. It was the other way round.
Excuse me, I was looking for a...
Ah, at last. A pity you didn't arrive half an hour earlier.
Why?
You might have saved me a great deal of embarrassment with a certain African gentleman.
Oh,
Yes, he was a school's inspector, but I mistook him for you.
you thought a gentleman was me?
Yeah. The silly fool tried to pretend he was a student and sit at the back to try to catch me out, but I saw through him.
I gather you think he was a bit stupid.
Oh, definitely. Thick as a brush.
What's his name, Mr. Kenyon?
Yes. Do you know him?
I should do. I've come to collect him. I am his wife.
Oh, blimey, yes. You have dropped another clinker.
All right, Ali, this is no laughing matter. I think Ranjit is serious.
Most certainly I am.
Oh, why are you thinking of killing yourself?
I'm forced to be getting married.
Oh, you randy old chapati. You are putting some innocent lady in the pudding club.
You're nothing of the sort, you Muslim twit.
Yeah, all right, that'll do. Look, I don't understand, Ranjit. Why are you being forced to get married?
According to the Sikh tradition, I was betrothed when I was 12 to Surinder, the 10-year-old daughter of the best friend of my father. She was a beautiful girl, with hair like silk, eyes like black diamonds, and a figure like a tender bamboo shoot. And now her father is saying, it is time for me to be marrying her.
Well, if she's got eyes like black diamonds, hair like silk, and a figure like a tender bamboo shoot, what are you complaining about?
Blimey, that was 20 years ago. Now she's putting on so much weight that from behind she's looking like an elephant. Matter of fact, she's looking like an elephant from front also.
Can't you just tell her that you've changed your mind?
Not at all. Only lady can change mind. I am up the creek without a pool.
Oh, I think you look, Harlow. Think you're taking the mickey out of me?
No. Well, we are interested in everything you tell us.
Yeah.
You're already teaching us words we not learned before. Yes, please teach us more.
Yeah? All right, I'll tell you what happened to me last night.
Yes, please.
Well, I went home and I had a bull and a cow with a trouble and stripe, you see. It was all over the dustbin lids. So I went down the frog and toad into the rubber dump and I met an old china plate. He looked a bit Uncle Dick, so I got him a Jack the Dandy and I had a reel and in. One thing led to the other, we both got Brahms and Liszt. Now, I staggered home, took all my dicky dirt and my daisy roots and fell backwards on the apples and pears.
Now, we are better off talking with each other.
I tell a joke.
Good idea, Giovanni. We'll all tell jokes. That'll help pass the time. Go ahead, Giovanni.
Okay. Now, there was this man, see, and he had gangrene in the leg.
Sure.
So?
Are you sure this is a joke?
Sure, it's a very funny. Anyway, he goes to the hospital to have the leg chopped off. After the operation, when he comes back to being conscious, he sees the doctor looking very worried. What's the matter, doctor, he say? The doctor reply, Senor, I have the bad news and I have the good news. So the man say, hokey cokey, give me the bad news. And the doctor say, I've chopped off the wrong leg. Santa Maria, the man say. Well, what's the good news? And the doctor say, Your other leg is getting better.
Resulta que habían 3 hermanos. Y estos 3 hermanos estaban invitados a este convite, ¿no? Y le dijeron que no se rascaran porque tenían sarna. Uno tenía sarna, el otro tenía sarna y el otro tenía sarna aquí. Y cuando estaban comiendo, entró sarna, que tenía sarna, empezó a rascarse y decía, ¡oh, qué de pasa! El que tenía sarna aquí, decía, el que tenía sarna aquí, decía, ¡vámonos! Very good.
Yes, well, I'm sure that was extremely hilarious if you only knew what it was about. What about you?
Oh, I have a French joke for you.
Good.
Yes, I'll tell you about the Catholic priest.
Yeah, that sounds
Yes?
better, yes. Come on. No, up front.
Tell us your look.
Well, there was this priest out walking, and a gendarme comes up to him and say, "Father, come quickly, there's a man on top of the Eiffel Tower and he's going to jump." So the father goes to the tower and sees this man. "What are you doing? You're mad. Think of your family, think of your wife." So the man, he says, "My wife has left me, I have no family." So I jump. So the priest, he tries one more time. So he says, "But it is a sin against the Catholic Church." And the man, he says, "I am not a Catholic." "Okay," says the priest, "jump."
Oh, all right, I'll tell you one that I heard at my last school. One of the boys was sent home one day, and his father asked him why was he sent home, and he refused to tell him. So the father went to see the headmaster, and the headmaster said, "I'll tell you why your son was sent home." When one of the teachers asked him who pushed over the walls of Jericho, he said it wasn't me. So the father said, "Well, if he said he didn't do it, he didn't do it."
ओह शुक्र है मास्टर जी आप लोग आ गए मुझे यहाँ से बचाने के लिए इनको समझाओ तो सही जरा जी
What did she say, Ali?
शुक्र है मास्टर जी आप लोग को बचाने के लिए आ गए।
In English.
Oh, excuse me, please. She's saying that she's very glad that we are coming to help her escape.
Look, ask her what she stole.
अरे भाई क्या चुराया था आपने?
लो जी चुराना क्या था मैंने वहाँ रिसाले के ऊपर लिखा हुआ था कि मुफ्त में है फ्री तो मैंने उठा लिया अब ये लोग कहते हैं कि तूने चोरी की है
Well,
Nothing.
she must have said more than that.
Yes, please. She's saying that she took a book from the newspaper shop, but the book was free.
Well, there's obviously been some misunderstanding.
Harris.
I am Harris.
I suppose it's that new teacher, isn't it?
Yes. The foreign students haven't spoken a word since Mr. Brown left, with the result that Miss Hardacre is spending her time reorganising the entire school. She's already reduced 2 of the other teachers to tears, and she's caused the caretaker to hand in his notice. It's only a matter of time before she takes over my job.
Every Saturday, I play football, and I am being the goalkeeper because I like playing in this position. Just a minute, Max, I'll end the word. Eh?
Yeah, I believe that this notice is yours.
Sure.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid that Miss Courtney will not allow you to have that on the notice board.
Okay.
As a point of interest, did anybody from the cookery class respond?
Sure. She was beautiful. We had a fantastic time. Never before I had such a time.
Really? What does she cook for you?
Cook? We had a takeaway.
Mr. Brown, when the students take their real exam, you will not be allowed to stay in the classroom, never mind supervise. It's a precaution against any attempt to cheat.
Cheat?
Yes. It has been known in the past for an over-enthusiastic teacher to provide his students with the answers.
Really? We're done yet? How contemptible. How did you spend your weekend?
I went to Brighton with my new boyfriend.
Oh, very nice.
And he was very naughty.
Yes, well, people usually are in Brighton.
No, he was naughty on the motorway.
Why, actually,
The police were not very happy.
I'm sure they weren't.
They made him stop the car.
You mean he was driving at the time?
Of course! Why else would he be doing the 100 miles an hour?
You mean he was speeding?
Yes. What did you think he was doing?
Oh no
It was about 5 years ago, and I was going out with this boy, Kurt.
I was young and innocent. One night we have been to the beer garden and we have been drinking a lot of schnapps. Afterwards, I'm inviting him to my apartment for coffee.
Ooh la la! Japanese philosopher also say, man goes to lady's apartment for drink, usually end up having nibble.
Well, I think we'll leave your Japanese philosopher out of it, if you don't mind, Tara. Go on, Anna.
Well, we sat together on the bed and he was stroking mine end.
Which end?
This end.
Oh, you have?
Oh dear, I am thinking I am too young to be here anymore.
Well, you can leave the room if you wish, Ranjit.
Oh no, I stay. It is good to be knowing the ways of the world.
What happened next, Anna?
Kurt was kissing me on my neck.
Sacre bleu!
Then he was kissing me on my shoulder. Then he was kissing me all over the place.
Go on.
And I was feeling all romantic. Then, with all the drink what I had drunk, on the warmth of his body by mine on the bed, I did something I have always been ashamed of.
Well, what did you do?
I fell asleep.
Santa Maria.
Then I woke up. He was gone.
Oh, so.
So.
How did you spend your weekend?
I go to Paris.
Oh, Paris.
Yes, sir.
Ah, weekend in France, eh?
No, not France. England.
Taro.
Yes, Cicero?
Paris is in France.
Not Buckingham Paris.
Buckingham Palace. I follow you.
You follow me?
Yeah.
I didn't see you there.
No, I mean, I understand that you went to Buckingham Palace.
Yes. There I see Royal Fraggle.
Royal Fraggle? Royal Flag?
Awesome.
How did you spend your weekend?
Weekend.
Yeah, what did you get up to? What did you do?
Jig jig.
You went dancing?
No. Jig jig. Film. Maurice Chevalier. Thank heavens for little girl.
Ah, Gigi.
Ah, jig jig.
That's me.
How did you pass your weekend?
Saturday, I go to see the big fight.
Ah, a boxing match.
No, football match. And Sunday, I take my girlfriend to see the Tower of London.
Oh, very cultural. Did you see the beef eaters?
Beef eaters?
Yes.
No, I only see people eating sandwiches.
Sí, señor.
What happened to you at the weekend?
Por favor.
How did you spend your weekend?
Por favor.
Weekend. Semana.
Ah, sí, hombre, semana. Saturday, I work in bar. Sunny day, I stay in cama, durmiendo.
Eh? Por favor? I mean, pardon?
Durmiendo.
You slept?
Sí, sleep.
Yeah, but I thought you were an RC.
Por favor.
Roman Catholic.
Ah, sí, católico. Espíritu Santo Domini.
But you said you slept. I mean, surely you're supposed to go to church on Sundays.
A God, he tell us, 6 days you work. On the 7th day, you rest. I rest.
You big sinner.
No, sinner.
See, when you die, you not go to heaven, you go down to hell.
Okay. It's more friend down the hell than up to heaven.
Listen, 5 minutes down there and you'll be just another Spanish omelette. In Italy, when I was a little boy, I was going to be a priest.
Really? What made you change your mind?
It's like this. One day, the priest gave a big sermon in the church all about women, girls, and the pleasures of the flesh. And the more he spoke, the more I realized what I would be missing.
You never wanted to get married?
Well, there was one occasion, many years ago, a boy I was very fond of. In fact, we were inseparable. He asked me to elope with him.
Oh, how romantic. And did you?
Almost. We set off one morning for Gretna Green, but I'm afraid we never quite made it.
How far did you get?
Golders Green. My father caught up with us and dragged me back home. Oh, he forbade me to see the boy again. Said we were far too young.
Oh, what a shame. How old were you?
He was 8 and I was 6.
Oh, yes, please. It is allowed by my religion. If the first wife is agreeable, then the husband can take another.
You mean your wife doesn't mind?
Not at all. It is to have the baby.
Baby?
Yes, please. We have been now trying for 4 years, and nothing is happening. So I'm taking another wife to have the babies.
The English language, it is the most widely spoken language in the world. Does anyone know the origin of the English language? Well, come along. Where did English come from?
England.
Not quite. The early Britons were Celtic.
From Glasgow.
I beg your pardon.
There's Glasgow Rangers, Glasgow Celtic, football.
I was not referring to football. I was talking about the race.
No, it's not a race, it's a football. I see them play Inter Milano in the cup.
Now, don't contradict me. And if I have any more of your stupid remarks, I shall send you out of the class. The Celts were a race of people. Then came the Gauls.
You see, I was all right. You have the Gauls in football.
All right, Mr. Capello, I did warn you. Kindly leave the class.
Where do I go to?
Well, I suggest that you go home and study your books. Now, where was I?
You were standing there, and you are still standing there.
Silence! Now take heed, because I shall not tell you again. Anyone who persists in uttering idiotic nonsense will be sent home. Now, the Romans invaded Britain in 43 AD. Can anyone tell me what AD means?
After dark.
Right, Mr. Nadine. Come along, off you go.
What am I going for?
Don't argue, just go.
Excuse, please.
Out. To continue, AD means Anno Domini, which refers to time since the birth of our Lord. The time before his birth we refer to as BC. Does anyone know what BC means?
Before Christmas. Okay, I go.
The Romans were supplanted by the Angles, Saxons, and the Jutes, who brought with them a new language.
Please.
I think you have what we call in Sevilla the 3-day gripa.
I don't like the sound of that.
Only lasts 3 days. On the first day, fever like you have. On the second day, white as you are. And on the third day...
You get better?
You die. Finito.
Oh, well, thanks for coming to cheer me up.
All right.
Shocking. Yes,
I
I've
beg
heard
you.
of that. It's what those geisha girls give you, isn't it?
Geisha girls give you much more.
Yes, I understand.
Hey, Taro, is it true that the geisha girl, they give you the bath on the nothingness, eh?
In Japan, man has cold. He go see geisha.
Well, what happens?
Geisha prepare a hot bath, then wash men all over.
I should think that would send your temperature up.
After, man lie on bed. Geisha rub him with perfumed oil, sir.
And does that cure a cold?
No, it makes it much nicer.
You're late. Haven't you got a watch?
Ah, I had a watch. It was a beautiful watch. It was rust-proof, shock-proof, waterproof, everything. The only trouble is it wasn't quite super-proof.
Super-proof?
Yeah. Last night I'm working in the restaurant, and whoops at the daisy, I dropped it in the sofa.
Why don't you tell me the whole story, Juan?
Okay, I make it a clean chest.
Breast.
See, but you must promise me not to tell nobody.
Well, let's hear what you have to say first.
His name is Boris. He's marinero.
Marinero?
Sí.
Oh, a sailor.
Sailor. Last night he came in bar where I work. He's Russian.
Russian?
Sí.
You mean he was in a hurry?
No. He's Russian. From Russia.
A sailor, a Russian sailor.
Sí. We drink.
Vodka.
Sí, vodka. And he asked me for mental home.
Asked you for what?
He say, no go back Russia. Ask me for mental home. Casa de loco.
Asylum, political asylum.
Sí, sí.
He's a defector.
No, he's Russian. Yeah. You know. Hey, vamos.
For your general information, Boris is from Russia.
Much.
Russia?
Da.
England?
Da.
Why you leave Russia to stay in England?
Ah.
Yeah? A woman.
Da.
Is this true one?
Sí. Last night in bar, he meets beautiful girl. He has fallen, how you say, heels over head.
Head over heels.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, Boris. You can sit down now. Sit down.
Da.
But you can't do that.
Why not?
Well, he doesn't want to go back. He's met this girl, you see, and they want to get married.
No, it's impossible. We are only being here for the one night.
Well, it was love at first sight.
No, peoples do not fall in love at first sight.
Peoples do.
I tell you, he cannot be getting an English wife.
Why not?
Because he already has a Russian one.
Saying that he's already married.
To Anastasia.
Yeah, not niet, da. He's told me all about Anastasia.
Anastasia.
For your general information, Anastasia is Boris's wife back in Russia.
Enter.
Miss Courtney, we've got a bit of a problem. Captain Ivanovich is outside.
Oh, don't tell me his compatriot has escaped.
Oh, no, Boris is safely on his way back to the ship.
Well, then why has the captain returned?
Well, he wants to defect. You see, he says, like Boris, that he's fallen heels over head in love.
Oh, these foreigners are impossible. Why, tell him to go away. His infatuations have nothing to do with us.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid this one has. You see, he says he's fallen in love with you.
Little English bulldog. You must love you. I am loving you, Mrs. Courtney.
You spaghetti head, you are not understanding. I'm explaining to you. Tomorrow, I'm having the honor of leading the prayer in our holy mass. So tonight, I'm going to have a practice after the class.
I'm so late, Mr. Brown.
Oh, that's all right, Danielle. Were you held up by the traffic?
No, I was held up by a man.
Heavens, you mean a mugger?
I do not know his name. But he works as a woodwork teacher here in the school.
One of the teachers here tried to rob you.
No, not rob me.
Oh, well, surely not,
He was trying to chatter me up.
Oh, I see.
He wanted to take me out.
You want I give him a bunch of fivers?
He's bigger than you, Max.
Everybody's bigger than Max.
Hey! Watch what you're saying, huh?
Listen, Nana Mascuri, you don't frighten.
Okay, come outside.
No, all right, settle down, you two. Come on. Don't worry about it, Danielle. I'm sure that this woodwork teacher, whatever his name is, was only trying to be friendly.
But he was trying to be more than friendly. He would not let me go past until I agreed to have dinner with him.
He does seem to have been rather persistent.
Then, Eureka! I have, how you say, a brainwash.
Wait.
Yes. I tell him I cannot go out with him because I am engaged to be married.
Ah, very good. Quick thinking.
There's only one problem.
What was that?
I tell him I'm engaged to be married to you.
Me?
Yes. It was a good idea, yes?
It was a good idea, no. Did anybody overhear you?
Only Gladys.
Oh, great. That's worse than putting it on news at 10. It'll be all over the school by now.
You say that Mr.
Well, it was nothing,
Brown
really.
is...
Oh, well.
Brown, Mr. Brown.
What is it?
Oh, blimey, he's at it again.
Who's at it again?
That woodpecker teacher, Mr. Jarvis. He's making advantages to Jamila.
Advances?
Yes, please. So I'm giving a kick in his backside. And now he's challenging me to a punch-up.
Oh, not again. No, I don't think you should go through with it, Ali. I mean, with all due respect, you're not as experienced as I am.
That is what I am thinking. So I am telling this to Mr. Jarvis.
Good.
He's insulting my prophet.
And he's insulting my guru.
Well, sit down. Well, come on, all of you. Suli, Tara, sit down. Danielle, I'm surprised at you. What were you and Max arguing about?
Well, nothing, honest. I just asked her to come for a Greek meal, and I thought we could have a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
It's a little bit of the other that I don't like.
Yeah, well, sit down. Giovanni, what were you and Juan quarrelling over?
He's making fun of Santa Maria.
What, Santa Maria, the Virgin Mary?
No, Luigi Santa Maria, the Italian footballer.
Italian footballers, animals.
You shut your mouth, you big Spanish onion.
Giovanni, spend half as much energy on you.
One weekend, I went to the Isle of the Man.
At the Isle of Man?
Yes, but I was very disappointed. They were not all men.
Yes, well, thank you, Danielle. That'll do.
Oh, acha, painting. I like very much painting. Last Wednesday, I did painting.
But you painted a picture?
No, no picture. I painting kitchen door.
I don't mean that sort of painting. I mean works by the great masters, like Leonardo da Vinci, Turner, Matisse, Van Gogh.
Oh, acha, huh. Now, last week ending, I am going to Tati Gallery.
Tate.
Tate. And I am not like what I see. Paintings of ladies barefoot up to here. And showing their bosoms and all that. And also paintings of undressed gentlemen showing all
I
the...
don't think we're going to the details.
Especially blondes.
Quiet. That is not very funny, Max.
Sorry. Every day, in the garden of my lodging house, I have many birds. Blacky birds, cocky sparrows, and sometimes a blue breast.
Tit. A blue tit.
Okay. Yesterday, I see a red robin tit.
Well, that's a robin red breast.
Okay, yes. The British birds, much confusing.
Yeah, well... Never mind. Well done.
Hey, my friend Vincenzo, his hobby is pinching.
Oh, you mean he's a thief?
No, not a thief.
But he said his hobby was pinching. What does he pinch?
You don't let me talk about that either.
Thank you, Giovanni. No. Darwin's theory of evolution, Ranjit, is that life was not created, but evolved from a pre-existing form. The first forms of life were in the sea, and then came creatures who got out of the sea and crawled on their legs, then became four-legged mammals, then came creatures who learned to stand on two legs, and then came the great apes.
And then came the...
A minute, please, on childhood.
Not want to speak about childhood.
Why not?
Very bad time for meal. No parents.
No parents?
Santa Maria, he's a miracle baby.
Mother and father killed when I was a small boy. Childhood, very lonely.
Yes, Taro, I know what you mean.
Did you lose your parents when you were a little boy?
Well, I didn't exactly lose them. I just don't know who they are.
You were an orphan?
Yes.
That's terrible.
Well, one Easter Monday, when I was about 2 weeks old, I was left on the steps of an orphanage in Jeremy Street. Hence my name, Jeremy.
Oh, dearie me. I'm being very sad for you. Not having a mummy?
Yeah, well, cheer up, Ellie. What you never have, you never miss. Matter of fact, until I was about 2, I was convinced that my mummy was a big woolly teddy bear. Although I must say I do often wonder sometimes whether I have any brothers or sisters.
Brand?
Oh, hello, Sid.
Yes, please.
Don't you ever get drunk?
Every night I can't face the wife sober.
You got any family, Sid?
Eh?
You got any family, any children?
Oh, yes and no.
What do you mean, yes and no?
Well, me and Lil, we did have a nipper once, and I was out of work, had no money, got a bit desperate, So I wrapped the baby up well, took it out, put it on the steps of the orphanage.
An orphanage?
Yeah, in Jeremy Street.
In Jeremy Street? It wasn't on an Easter Monday, was it?
Yes, it was.
What I wanted to ask you is...
Yeah?
Well, you see... How are you keeping?
That's a rubble.
Oh, good, good, good.
Listen, what is it you want to say to me?
Ah, yes, well, you see, it could be a bit embarrassing.
It's not about the Cape of Good Hope, is it?
Cape of Good Hope?
The soap that we use in the wash basins.
So?
I only did it once, yeah. It was near Christmas and I was a bit short, you see. And I only flogged about half a dozen.
What, you sold 6 bars of soap?
Cases. Got a pal of mine in the market, he sells anything.
Yeah, I wish you hadn't told me about that.
Wasn't about the soap then?
No, I never even heard of it.
It was about the crockery.
What?
Crockery in the canteen.
You haven't been stealing crockery, have you?
I only took about a dozen of each, and some of them were all chipped.
You were telling me next you've been nicking the chairs.
Do what?
Nicking the chairs.
No, I'd never nick any chairs.
Well, that's a relief.
Can't get them in my pocket.
I wonder if it's hereditary.
Pardon?
Never mind. Look, Sid, tell me about your wife, Sid. What's she like?
Pain in the neck.
Oh, but you must have been fond of her, what?
Nah, she's always nagging. Nag, nag, nag.
Well, perhaps she feels neglected.
She deserves to be neglected. I'd divorce her if it wasn't for one thing.
What's that?
We're not married.
Not married?
No, we thought about it, but we never got round to it.
Well, that's terrible.
Well, it doesn't worry us.
Yeah, but that means I'm your child is...
All right, Lou.
But don't say it, Sid. Sid, you must get married. I mean, if only for your child's sake. I mean, to give it a name.
Oh, it's too late in the day now for that. In any case, we can't afford it. I mean, she'd want a new outfit and a proper do. Nah, it'd only be a waste of money.
Look, Sid, I'll pay.
Do what?
I'll pay for the wedding.
Why? What for?
Well, I want to.
Can I have a new whistle and flute?
Yeah.
What, and a car and flowers?
Yes.
And a booze up afterwards?
Well, naturally.
God, blimey.
I know it sounds strange, but I have got my reasons. Look, can you and your wife meet me in the Red Lion pub after school tonight?
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Right, well, we'll see you there then.
Yeah.
Yeah?
All right. See you later, son.
Yes. My own father, a thief. Still, I suppose I should be grateful in a way. So I thought tonight we'd have a practice by reading out a poem.
Ah, jolly good. I'm hearing a jolly good poem last night. There was a young lady called Nelly who was tattooed all over in Delhi. Right down her back was the Union Jack, and God save the Queen on her belly.
Thank you, Sir John Betterman. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something now. It was 30 years ago that you left that baby at that orphanage in Jeremy Street.
Yeah, it was about that time, yeah.
On an Easter Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was left at an orphanage 30 years ago in Jeremy Street on an Easter Monday.
Do you hear that, Sid? What a coincidence!
If I told you I was that baby, would you say that was a coincidence?
Be a blooming miracle.
Why?
Because our baby was a girl.
Actually, Miss Courtney, I'll tell you the truth, I am late, and the reason is this. I just popped across to the pub for some cigarettes, was mistaken for a waiter, bought 2 drinks for 2 people I'd never even met before, was called a peasant, and finished up by pouring a glass of lager over a gentleman's head.
You're an even bigger liar than your student.
I tell you, I've just been studying my verbs, so I'm going to write them down on my hand so I don't forget.
Typical of Western dishonesty.
No, I think it's a good idea.
Hey, penny for 'em.
Oh, I was just wondering how my students were getting on with their exam.
Oh, I expect they'll be all right.
I hope so. I wonder what to do with myself now that term's over in the evenings.
Yeah, it must get a bit lonely for you, living on your own.
Oh, I don't live on my own exactly. I've got Josephine.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a marvellous. I mean, I wonder... I wouldn't know what to do without her. She's very affectionate. Every morning she wakes me up by nibbling in my ear.
Oh, that must be nice for you.
I didn't allow her in the bedroom at first.
No.
She wasn't as clean as she might be. You know. She used to sleep in the bathroom.
Well, that sounds a bit uncomfortable.
Oh, no, she was quite happy on the floor.
She must think a lot of you to put up with that.
Oh, she does. Every evening when I come home, she runs up to me and rubs her body against my leg.
How naughty.
Yeah. She's Siamese.
Oh, well, Well, that explains it.
Trouble is, like most Siamese, she's inclined to be a bit oversexed.
Yeah, she sounds it.
I'm thinking of having her doctored.
You were such a nice fellow.
Pardon?
Oh, never mind. Where's Sid?
Oh, he's gone back to the school. That is, if he can find his way back.
Meeting my wife.
Oh, just one moment before you go, Mr. Short. How do you think the foreign students got on with their exams?
Terrible.
How do you think you got on with your exam?
Fantastic.
In answer to the question, what is a sentence, the chappie in a turban answered, a sentence is what you get when you're sent to prison.
The questions are being very easy to answer.
To the question, what is the past participle of I write, the Spanish fellow answered, I have rotten.
I answer everything okay.
And the Chinese lady was writing backwards. Of course, I don't know how they answered their other questions, but if what I saw is anything to go by, then I shall be very surprised if any of them pass. Goodbye, Miss
Evening, Sydney.
Well, good evening, Miss Courtney. Just giving your door a bit of a touch-up. Did you have a nice holiday?
I had 7 days in sunny Spain.
Pardon?
Sunny Spain.
Oh, that's nice.
It rained.
Oh. I suppose you enjoyed those exotic Spanish dishes?
I got food poisoning.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did it rain every day?
Oh, no. When I got food poisoning, the sun came out. When I got better, it went back in. Apart from the day before we left, that was absolutely glorious.
Well, at least you had one good day.
I got sunburnt.
Oh, what's a pity.
Right, now, what have you been doing with yourself, Jamila?
Master Ji, I went on holidays to visit all my family.
Ah, you went to Bombay?
Bombay? No, Birmingham.
Birmingham, the Mecca of the Midlands. And you, Taro?
Sir.
Well, what did you get up to?
I went on a fishing holiday.
Oh, good. Did you catch anything?
Catch heavy cold.
Did you enjoy your break, Ali?
I'm not breaking anything.
A holiday.
Oh, jolly good. I'm learning how to be driving a motor car.
Good. That's very useful. When do you take your test?
Oh, blimey. I'm already failing my test. The examiner man was jumping out of the car. And I was going down a hilly.
I expect you were going too fast.
Oh, no. I was going backwards.
Right, what did you do, Suli?
Spent time lighting.
Lighting what?
Lighting book.
Oh, a book. What sort of book are you writing?
It's called The Democratic Way of Life. All about glorious freedom-loving Chinese.
I see. A work of fiction. Tell us what you did with yourself, Ranjit.
I have been looking after my cousin while her husband has been away.
Ah, that's very commendable.
He is being discharged this week.
Discharged? Has he been in hospital?
No, prison.
Oh, I see.
And he's been sent to prison for something he didn't do.
Really? What didn't he do?
He didn't run fast enough.
Tell us what you did, Giovanni.
I went to Marsgate.
Margate?
No, scusi. I met this fantastic girl. She had the biggest...
Yeah. So we all get your meaning?
Every day, we used to go on the sands for a bit.
For a while.
Scusi?
To go on the sands for a while. To say that you went on the sands for a bit could imply that you were doing, well, something naughty.
That's right, we were very naughty on the sands.
In China, rules are not important. It is brains and intellect that matter.
Absolument. Yeah, Sully is right. We women are not symbols from
Late.
sex.
Too busy drinking in the pub to notice the time?
Well, we not been in a pub, have we, Max?
Sure we haven't. Look, we were coming to the school and we see this old lady trying to cross the road.
That's right, she was very old.
And very blind.
Yeah, pushing a pram.
An old blind lady pushing a pram?
Well, maybe she wasn't exactly blind.
Maybe she wasn't exactly there, either.
Sure it's true.
on Max's life, we have not been in that pub. Honest.
All right.
Oh, no. Look, please, I'm being early. It is only 20 minutes past the 7 o'clock.
Correction, it is 25 minutes to the 8.
That clock is not being right at all.
Oh, and I suppose my watch is not being right also.
Yes, please.
Has it occurred to you that it might be your watch that is wrong?
Oh, blimey. This watch is guaranteed never to be wrong. It is 21 Julies.
Jewels.
Yes, please. I'm buying it today from the marketplace.
You bought that watch from a stall on the market?
Most definitely. The man is telling me it is jolly good bargain. 21 Julies and real gold case. 18 turnips.
18 carats.
Sorry, please.
Well, how much did you pay for this 21 jeweled 18 carat gold timepiece?
£2.50.
I think he saw you coming, Ali.
Most definitely. He was seeing me coming before I was seeing him.
But what I mean is you were swindled.
Oh, no.
You can't buy a watch for £2.50.
But the man is telling me it is being so cheap because it is bankrupted stock.
Rupted. It's not going, Ali.
Perhaps it needs a wind up?
Well, there's nothing to wind up. Look, it's empty.
Oh, blimey. I am being cheated. Excuse me, please. I go to find the crooked man.
Sit down now.
It's time you were in the classroom.
Madam, my name is Forbes.
He's hyphenated.
How unfortunate.
I'm here from the town hall. We have some news from the palace.
Victoria or Crystal?
Buckingham. I'm here in connection with the royal visit to the borough next week, and as the Duke himself laid the foundation stone of this building, it has been suggested that Her Majesty and His Royal Highness pay a brief informal visit to the school.
The Queen and Prince Philip coming here.
Next Tuesday.
Did you hear that, Mr. Brown? They're coming here, the two of them, together in person, him and her, together in person.
Well, calm down, Miss Courtney. Don't overexcite yourself.
I was getting overexcited. I'm being perfectly calm about the whole thing.
That may take him a while. I'd like to stress that this visit is informal, so that Her Majesty may not necessarily come into this classroom. Yeah, well, you mustn't be too disappointed if she doesn't, but if she does, I want you all to behave just as if she weren't here. Understand? In view of the occasion, it would seem appropriate to tell you a little of the history of our British kings and queens. Now, it all started with the Norman conquests.
I have seen that on the television. Very funny English play.
I'm referring to the actual invasion of England by William of Normandy. It was 1066.
Wrong.
I beg your pardon?
1066. Maybe 1056.
It was 1066.
No, cannot be 1066. 60 minutes, 1 hour. 1066. 6 minutes past 11.
1066 was the year.
It's all right.
Right. Now, William of Normandy, by the way, does anybody know what other name he was known by? William the...
Corn curer?
Conqueror.
Okay.
Now, he was succeeded by his third son, William Rufus, the Red King.
Oh, blimey. You are having a communist king?
No, he was called the Red King because of his red hair.
Jolly good.
Now, William Rufus died in 1100 after being struck by an arrow in the woods.
Hey, maybe it was Robin the Hood.
Now, Robin Hood wasn't born then. He was in the Middle Ages.
How can he be in middle age if he's not yet been born?
But never mind about Robin Hood, all right?
Hello? Speaking. Pardon? Is it you? Is it really you? It is you. It's him. What, coming here? You're not coming here. You are coming here. He's coming here. He's just in half an hour. You'll be here in half an hour. He'll be here in half an hour. No, yeah, until then.
You feeling all right?
That was him.
Yes, he's coming here in half an hour. But who is him? I mean, who is he?
Well, it's a man I never thought I'd see again. My ex-fiancé.
You mean you were actually engaged at one time?
Well, there's no need to sound so surprised. But he was over 25 years ago. I mean, I was just... Well, I was very young. I met him at Oxford, in the High. It was raining, he offered me shelter under his umbrella, and he insisted on buying me a cup of tea and a sticky bun.
How romantic.
Yes, well, that was how it all started.
Why didn't you get married?
Oh, it was awful, he left me.
Well, at the church?
In a lurch. Oh, Mr. Brown, I have never told anyone this before.
Oh, well, if you'd rather not.
No, sit down.
Well?
For years I have kept this terrible secret to myself. Now he is coming back into my life again, and I feel I must tell someone, and I think I can trust you, Mr. Brown.
Well, I'd rather not if it's going to cause any embarrassment.
Oh, it won't embarrass me.
Yeah, but it might embarrass me.
No, I'm sure it won't. Well, anyway, he, asked me to go down to Brighton with him for one of those, you know, weekends.
Oh, double room, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Exactly.
And you refused?
Oh, no, I went. I even remember the hotel. The Bella Vista, opposite the abattoir.
Very Bella Vista.
Well, we booked in, and Albert, being the thoughtful man he was, he let me go upstairs first to prepare myself, as it were, whilst he had a drink in the bar.
Getting up a bit of Dutch courage, eh?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, you could be such a lovely person waiting to be, Well, what happened then?
He didn't turn up. He got drunk, passed out, and spent the night on a settee in the residence lounge.
How despicable.
Well, I went home and I refused ever to see him again. I heard later that he was working in the Far East. But I must admit, I have always cherished a secret hope that he might one day come back.
Excuse me, please.
Yes, Harley, what is it?
Please come quickly. We are having plenty trouble in the classroom.
Oh, what do you mean, trouble?
Maxie and Giovanni, they are murdering each other.
Come on, then.
I'm ready when you are.
And I'm ready when you are. Will you come on, then?
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Sure, lad. You're going to be sorry.
We serious are going to be sorry.
Okay. Come on, then. I'm waiting for you to come on.
And I'm waiting for you to come on.
Come on, stop this brawling.
Oh, so lucky for you, Professor, he stopped me from giving you a black eye.
You're lucky I didn't make a nose.
I will not have fighting in the class.
Fighting? It was more like dancing.
I was just warming up.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, what is all this about?
I tell you, Professor, he's called me a wop.
And he's calling me a greaseball.
Yeah, but come on, everybody sit down. I wish you could pick up proper English as quickly as you pick up slang. I've enough trouble with Ellie and Ranjit. Now, don't you two start falling out. Now, shake hands. Come on.
So.
You can go to the doctors.
No, doctor. Doctor killed my uncle in Madrid.
Really?
See, my uncle, he has pain in the chest. He goes see doctor. Doctor, he listen and say, it's all right. 10 minutes later in the street, my uncle, finito.
What, a heart attack?
Motorcar.
Well, you can hardly blame the doctor for that.
See, the doctor, he was driving the motor.
Tandoori takeaway.
No,
Yes, please. My jolly good friend who is working there always had plenty aspirin.
I meant to buy some aspirin.
Why should I be buying them when I can be getting them from my friend for nothing at all?
All right. Where do you go for aspirin when the tandoori taker's Courtney's boyfriend?
Never.
Yes, true.
He's a crook, he's a con man.
Oh, you must be mistaken. He's just come back from the Far East. He's been away for 20 years.
He's been away all right, doing some porridge.
And he's been in prison.
He was in the nick with my brother-in-law. He's in and out of there like a fiddler's elbow. Do you know what his speciality is? Finding lonely women, asking them to marry him, taking their life savings and scarpery.
Ranjit, you're late. I thought you weren't coming. You've missed the first half of the session.
1,000 apologies, but I'm falling asleep on the underground tube. I'm going right past my getting off stop and not waking up until Cocky Foster's.
Cocky Foster's? Perhaps you're working too hard.
I am working 3 times too hard.
What do you mean?
Well, my proper job is working on the underground railway tube, and I'm working the early morning shaft.
You mean shift?
That is correct. I am working from 6 o'clock morning time until 2 o'clock afternoon time. Then I'm doing other job for garage, pumping the petrol until 6 o'clock evening time.
Well, even for allowing for the time you spend here, you could still have 8 hours sleep.
Oh, no. When I'm leaving here, I'm working in public house until after the midnight.
I think you're overdoing it, Ranjit. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
This Jack, is he having 3 jobs also?
No, it's just a saying. Look, why are you working so hard?
I'm saving up for the airplane.
Ah, you want to buy an aeroplane?
No. Just a ticket to Punjab.
Ah, wait. Are you thinking of leaving us, Ranjit?
Only for 1 week. My mother is being 60 years old this week. So, I'm giving her the big surprise of myself. I am now having the money for the airplane ticket. 230 English pounds.
It's a lot of money to carry around, Ranjit. You could be mugged on your way home.
You are speaking absolute wisdom. Here, you keep for me.
Me?
Most certainly. Then if I am being mugged, the mugger man will not find money.
Oh, it's too big a responsibility.
Please, you keep for me until tomorrow, then I buy ticket.
Oh, very well.
1,000 thank you.
To chair. Come along, everyone.
I'm good at that.
Have you done it before?
Sure. Every Saturday I go to chair my football team.
I'm talking about chair, not cheer.
Scusi.
Right,
I
should
think
be the
television
chairman.
is very bad for the eyes.
Yes, and also for the legs.
Legs?
See, my brother Miguel, he had bad legs from his television.
How can your brother possibly have bad legs from his television?
He dropped it on his foot.
I am thinking television is very bad because it is showing too much of the violence.
Good point.
Thank you. Last night I'm seeing somebody been drowned, then shot, and then had their heads chopped off.
What was that, the professionals or Starsky and Hutch?
Tom and Jerry.
Okay. I know what you're laughing about, Giovanni. Your answer to the question, write a sentence using a metaphor, was unbelievable.
But I did write a sentence using a metaphor.
Oh, yes. Last night I phoned my girlfriend and a metaphor a drink.
No, Sid. Look for Ranjit.
Well, I'm afraid he's not here. He's gone over this weekend to visit his mother as a surprise for her birthday.
Hi, Rabba. That is terrible.
Why, what's the matter?
I am his mother. I am coming over for my birthday to surprise Ranjit.
You're his mother? Oh, you must have... I will not have this sort of behaviour in the classroom.
He's saying rude things about Allah.
And you are saying rude things about my case?
Yes, well, in future, kindly keep your differences to yourself. Probably something he's picked up from Giovanni.
Yeah. Well, I came in to ask you about the coach trip.
What coach trip?
Don't you ever read the notice boards?
Oh, yes. Well, occasionally.
Now listen, everybody. For the past 2 weeks, there has been a notice on the board to the effect that Mrs. Hunter, our history teacher, is organising her annual coach trip to a stately home for Sunday. We are going to Berkeley Hall, the ancestral home of Humphrey, Earl of Berkeley, which is renowned for its remarkable collection of tapestries and ancient manuscripts. Now, who would like to go?
Yeah, well, I had planned to do something on Sunday.
Cancel it.
Yeah, well, I don't think I can, you see.
I shall expect you to be here on Sunday at 12 o'clock sharp.
Now be in labor.
No, shut up.
In China, people work every day.
With respect, we are not in China.
Yeah, all right, we will play.
Master G's teaches very lots English. When I am arrived, not one bodies is understand me. Now, everybody's is understand everything I am speak.
I see. Well, in that case, if someone were to stop you in the street and ask you the time, what would you say?
जी मेरी कड़ी 5 मिनट अट गए थे हुन पूरे 7:45 बजे ने.
That wouldn't help them.
Oh yes, in my street is all Indian peoples.
Only for one night. I'm having my flat painted. That's why I can't sleep there.
You are having your bed painted also?
No. It's just that I can't stand the smell of fresh gloss paint.
Where will you be sleeping tonight?
Well, I'll probably stay at the YMCA.
Much better than the YWCA.
I suppose any of you have a spare room, do you?
It would give me much pleasure for you to share my humble house. But unfortunately, my cousin and his family, and also his cousin and his family, is staying with me.
You've got two families, both living in one house?
Two families, both living in one room.
You are very welcome to come and stay with me.
Have you got a spare room?
No, but I have a very big bed.
Yes, well, thank you for the offer, but I think it'd better be the YMCA.
You can with me stay.
Yeah, don't tell me you've got a very big bed also?
Nope. I have small bed. Better match.
Okay, you stay with us.
Who's us? Us.
Me and Giovanni.
Sure, we got a room.
I didn't know you shared a flat.
Yeah, I had to leave my other place. I had a big fight with a neighbor because of the noise.
What noise?
Every night after midnight, guitar practice for 1 hour.
Oh, well, surely you could ask them to stop.
No.
Why not?
It's me who practice the guitar.
Don't still practice the guitar, do you?
No, finish guitar.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Now I practice the drums.
What?
I make it a joke. I don't practice anything.
The house was very quiet. Nothing could be heard. Yet the old lady could almost feel a sense of evil. She listened. The silence was oppressive. Suddenly there was a knock at the window.
Oh, Ali, what have you been doing with yourself over the weekend?
Oh, blimey. Saturday, I'm going to the Palace of Buckingham to see Her Majesty the Queen. But she was not in. Then I'm going to Downing Street to see the Prime Minister, Mr. Colourgas.
Callahan.
Yes, please. He was also not in. Then I'm going to see the Nelson's tomb.
Well, I hope he was in.
Oh, no. I did not see him either.
Buenas noches.
Ah, Juan.
Sí, señor.
Yeah, I've got a bone to pick with you.
Chicken bone.
No, a bone of contention.
Ah, I never had that before.
Last week I asked you to write out a verb is a word that denotes an action or state 20 times.
Ah, write it, hombre, look. Here it is. A verb is a word that denotes an action or state 20 times.
Yes, 20 times, right. I sometimes wonder if you're quite as stupid as you look.
Por favor.
Never mind.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself with the fairies.
Fairies? What, at the bottom of your garden?
Nine, on the River Thames.
Oh, fairies.
Good evening, Master G.
Been shopping, have you?
We are being on the funny fair. And I'm winning these gifts on the shooting rifles for only 20p.
Well, you must have been hitting the bullseye.
Oh, no. I hit the owner man. And he's giving us these prizes to go away.
And we have ice cream and donuts and lemonade and hottie doggies.
Then we went up and down on the moon rocket.
It's a wonder you both weren't violently sick.
We were
Twice?
each.
What we're going to do is to try to tell a continuing story. That is to say, we could, for example, start with, once upon a time, there was a man called Arthur, and he was a bus driver. And then the next person would add something more about Arthur and the things he did, and so on. You'll soon pick it up once we get started. We'll start with you, Juan.
I don't know this man, Arthur.
Arthur is fictitious.
But you say he's a bus driver.
It's make-believe. I made him up.
Ah, imaginario.
Yeah. I want you to make up a story using your imagination.
I understand. Once upon a time, there was a man called Nickel Ass.
It's not quite right.
No? No. Once upon a time, there was a woman called Nickel Ass.
It's pronounced Nicholas.
It's all right. Once upon a time, there was a man called Nicholas. He was a postman.
Postman?
No. Postman.
A man who delivers letters is called a postman.
A man who stick poster, postman.
Ha! Bill sticker.
No, his name, Nicola.
Thank you.
All right.
Hi, it's your turn, Ingrid. Tell us more about this Nicholas who is sticking up posters.
One man, he's up his ladder when he sees a widow.
What is a widow doing up his ladder?
Widow is in the opposite house. There are 4 widows, 2 upstairs widows, 1 downstairs widow, and a French widow.
You mean windows?
Oh, sorry. The man is house robbing.
Good. Right, your turn, Zoltan.
Please?
Yes. Continue the story.
Bociana?
We are making up a story. Understand story?
Story?
Yeah.
I know very good story. About Aladdin and his wonderful limp.
This is another story about Nicholas.
Merry Christmas.
Pardon?
Santa Nicholas comes every year.
Ah, yes. This is another Nicholas, not Saint Nicholas, and he is on a ladder.
Ladder, yes?
Yes, when he sees through a window a burglar, a robber. Now, use your imagination and tell us about what happens next.
He sends for ambulance.
Why would he send for an ambulance?
He falls off ladder. Good imagination, no?
Yes. Thank you. Right, let's see what you can do with the story, Anna.
The burglar hears the ambulance, but thinks it is the police. So he climbs back out of the window, up the fire escape, onto the roofs.
Very good. Right, Max, carry on.
There is no way out. He can't go up, he can't go down. Now, the only way he can go is across. It's a big across. So, he gets ready. He runs, he jumps, and he misses.
That was going to be a very short story.
No, now it's my turn. He does not kill himself because he jumps onto a big lorry full of, how you say, the cut grass.
Hey?
The cut grass.
Hey!
You're not hearing very well.
You are not understanding very well. Cut grass is called hay.
Oh!
No ho, hay.
So, the hay is saving his life.
Good. Well done, Danielle. Right, Giovanni, your turn.
Now the coppers are coming. The burglar panics. Then he sees it at church, so he goes and knockers on the door. A priest, he heard this knockering, so he come along and open the door. The burglar, he say, "Father, I'm in a big trouble." So the priest say, "Come into the church, my son, and I give you sanctuary." "Okay," says the burglar, "and sanctuary much."
Very ingenious. Right, carry on, Ranjit.
Meanwhile, the man who is falling off his ladders is telling the police that he's not a poster sticker upper man, but a secret agent. And the burglar man is being a Russian spy.
Well, I must say, you've all got very vivid imaginations. Taro?
Also, Russian spy, Noko Pristo Anhedo, and change your closer to escape.
The plot thickens, right, Jamila?
But the priest is be recover and crawl to be ring church bell. Russian spy, he see him and toing, shoot at him. As priestess fall, he is pull bell of rope. Ding dong.
Very good. Ali?
Yes, please. The agent is thinking, hello, that is very strange hearing bells when it is not church-going time. So he is going into the church and finding the Russian spy up the belfry. Come down, with your hands stuck up. You are cut, you dirty Russian rat.
Oh, good. Well, Shuli, I don't suppose there's really much you can add to all that, is there?
Oh, yes, I can. Very devious Russian agent, master of karate, overpowers British agent. Hi, hi, hi! Lands outside where helicopter waiting to take him to safety, flies off to Leningrad.
Very good. Well, it's not exactly Alistair MacLean, but well done. Places, please.
Let's ask Mr. Brown.
I do not understand you, Monsieur Brown.
Me neither as well.
Perhaps he has a mother complex.
What are you all talking about?
Your choice of partners for the dance.
Well, I haven't chosen a partner for the dance. I thought you were deciding it amongst yourselves.
We did. Anna the winner was.
Ah.
Until Gladys told us you have asked her.
Gladys? I haven't asked Gladys.
That is what she's telling everybody.
Oh, that's ridiculous. There's obviously been some misunderstanding. I'm definitely taking you to the dance tomorrow night, Anna. All right? Don't worry, I'll
we'll
start at the back, shall we, with you, Jamila. Your homework was a visit to the cinema. Would you like to tell us about the film you saw?
It was be about most beautiful top-class Indian girl who is fell in love with boy from bottom class.
Lower class.
But girl's father is say, no be get married. So they run away. But father is catch them and chop off boy's leggies. Later, father is be die. One day, girl is see beggar man in street. Oh, it is her sweetheart. She cry. No leggies, no matter, you be marry me. Okay, he say, I be go and be make myself look nice.
What, with no leggies?
So he go. Wait, she cry and run after him. And then, blam, big motor car hit her and kill her. It was most miserable film. And I enjoyed it very much.
Well done, Jamila. Very good. Taro?
Also.
Your homework was a visit to London Zoo. Tell us about it.
Arrive at London Zoo.
No, Taro. No, London Zoo. Start again.
Arrive at London Zoo.
London Zoo. There are no O's.
Oh, yes, please. There are 2 O's in London and 2 O's in zoo.
Yes, absolutely correct, Ali, but I'm referring to the ends of the words, all right? Now, carry on, Taro, but do try and get out of the habit of ending every other word in O.
I try.
Good.
Went first to see Buffalo.
Buffalo?
Like a big bull.
Oh, buffalo.
Taro confused.
Yeah, words that end in O, like buffalo or radio or vertigo, you pronounce the O, but where there is no O, you don't add one, understand?
Yes, sir.
I give up. All right, Taro, thank you. Right, now, Ali.
Yes, please.
Now, I asked you to read one of Shakespeare's plays. Were you able to do that?
Most definitely. I'm reading about Sherlock.
You mean Shylock?
Yes, please. The Merchant of Venice.
Ah, good. Carry on.
First of all, there is a lady porter.
Now, her name was Portia.
Yes, please. Now, a man called Bassanio is fancying this lady porter, Portia, but he is broken.
Broken what?
Stony broken and no money.
Oh, you mean broke. Yes, carry on.
So he is going to see his friend Antonio and saying, oh, please be lending me 3,000 buckets.
Ducats.
Sorry, please. But Antonio was also broken, so he is going to Shylock, the money-lending man, and asking him to lend him the money. Shylock is agreeing, but on one condition. If in 3 months' time he is not paying him back the money, then Shylock could cut off a pound of Antonio's fleshy.
Why is he wanting a pound of human flesh? My bee is one of them cannonballs.
Cannonballs.
Oh, no. He's doing this because he's not liking Antonio. Anyway, Antonio is in a bigger trouble. He wrecked all his chips.
Ships?
Ships. And is not being able to pay back the money. Now Shylock is wanting his pound of flesh. But Lady Portia is pretending to be a lawyer, man. And she's saying agreement was for 1 pound of flesh and no drops of blood. Shylock has had it.
How can he have had it when he is not getting it?
You damn fool. You are not understanding the Queen's English.
I know the Queen is English. You think I'm stupid?
Most definitely.
Sit down. Thank you. Right. Thank you,
Suli,
your task was a visit to Petticoat Lane.
Petticoat Lane, very disappointing.
Oh, why was that?
Not see one petticoat.
Petticoat Lane is just the name of the place. Your task was a visit to Highgate Cemetery.
And I am finding it very interesting.
Good. Well, tell us all about it.
Firstly, I'm seeing the burying place of Karl Marx.
Ah, yes, the father of communism.
But I'm not understanding which one he was.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Was he Chico, Harpo, or Groucho?
Karl Marx was not one of the Marx brothers.
1,000 apologies.
What else did you see?
I'm seeing many beautiful gravestones.
Gravestones?
That is correct. And some of them have written on them beautiful words. I'm writing one down. You are gone, my dearest wife. Still, I feel no pain. For I know at heaven's gate we will meet again.
What's the matter, Giovanni?
I can't help it, Professor. He is so sad. That poor husband, he must have loved his wife very much.
Please don't be upsetting yourself. The husband is being very happy.
How do you know?
He's dying the year after.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so happy for him.
And they are both being football fans.
Oh, how on earth do you know that?
He's having put on his stone, united forever.
Ranjit refers to him being reunited with his wife in heaven.
1,000 apologies.
Yes, well, thank you. Well, Giovanni, have you recovered sufficiently to tell us about your visit to Speaker's Corner?
Okie dokie. First, I take the tube to Hyde Park. Then, for an hour, nothing.
Well, what do you mean, nothing?
Nobody was there.
What, at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning?
That's right.
Well, that's strange. There's always people at Speaker's Corner every weekend.
I ask a policeman, why is there nobody here? And I find out why there is nobody there.
Well, why was there nobody there?
I was at the wrong corner.
Excuse me, Mr. Brown.
Oh, yes, Miss Huntley.
What have you done about the concert?
Pardon?
Is everybody in this school going deaf? I want to know what you have done about the school concert.
Concert?
There has been a notice on the board for the past 2 weeks. You haven't read it.
Well,
Mr. Brown has read it. He was discussing it with us before you came in.
Yes, I was.
Good. Then what are you going to do?
Well, I expect we'll all be there.
I should jolly well hope you will all be there. But what I want to know is what your students' contribution will be.
Contribution?
Yes. What little party piece are they going to perform?
Party piece? Well,
Pardon, Signora. It's going to be a surprise.
Yes, it's going to be a surprise.
Well, I don't like surprises. I want to be quite sure that what they're going to do will be acceptable. So I suggest that after tea break, you and your class can give me a preview of their intended performance.
Here, what are they all going to do for the concert tonight?
I shudder to think they're outside practicing now.
Oh, would you like me to do a bit?
A bit of what?
Well, singing. I was in the choir. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, lift up your voice and sing.
Turn it up, Gladys, you curdle the milk.
Oh, don't you be so cheeky. You like my voice, Mr. Brown?
I think it's remarkable.
Thank you.
I can do your turn if you like.
What, you, Sid?
Yeah, you, watch this. Any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. He all looks sweet, talk about the street. You all look dapper, pinning up to your feet. Dressed in style, brand new tile. Father's old green tie on. Wouldn't give you tuppence for your old watch chain, old iron, old iron. Here, give it out. How's that?
Right, come on, hurry
hurry up for me, Sibyl.
I'll get him in.
Quite a few members of the Education Authority always come to see our concerts. I don't want a repetition of what happened last year.
What happened?
Mr. Jarvis's woodwork students were quite awful. They sang bawdy rugby songs out of tune. Mr. Jarvis still hasn't found another job.
Hey, you want a nice piece of salami? I've got a lovely piece for you.
And who is that supposed to be?
That's my butcher, Antonio.
We have never heard of your butcher.
Maybe not, but if you add, it's very much like him.
Can't you do any impressions of any well-known people?
Sure I can. Jimmy Cagney, in a scene from the film Disaster on the Fifth Avenue. You dirty rat! Oh, you dirty rat! I'm gonna fix you! Oh, you dirty rat! I haven't finished yet!
Well, Mr. Cagney sounds remarkably like your butcher.
Danke. I would like you to come with me on a walk in the Black Forest. First, we meet a farmer and his dog. Woof, woof. The dog is chasing the sheep, ba, ba, and the cows, moo, moo. Ah, here comes a man on his horse, neigh, neigh.
No, Anna.
Nein, neigh, neigh.
No, you're supposed to make the actual sounds, like whoop, whoop, or bah, bah, or
I can't do that, hurts my throat.
Oh, well, thank you for trying, anyway. Jolly good. Well,
Chairman Mao, he say, in the conditions prevailing in China today, the contradictions among the people comprise the contradictions among the working classes, the contradiction among the peasantry, the contradiction among...
This is supposed to
from
be a school
Ali Nadim
concert,
and
not a
Ranjit Singh.
There is a little yellow idol to the north of Kathmandu.
I am saying.
Yes, please.
Why is the rhinoceros being like an elephant?
Why is a rhinoceros is like being an elephant?
Because neither of them can ride a bicycle.
I'm not waiting to know that. Please be leaving the stage. There is a little yellow idol to the north of Kathmandu.
I am saying.
Stop! You are not liking us?
No.
Oh, what did you expect, Morecambe and Wise?
If you're wanting, we can be doing Morecambe and Wise. I could be the fat, short one with the hairy legs.
And I'll be being the one with the glasses.
Yes, well, we'll discuss it later. Thank you. Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am tell you beautiful English poetries by Thomas Gray. Elijah, written in country churchyard.
Elegy.
Sorry, Master G. The curfew tolls the knell of parting day, ting day. The lowing herd winds slowly o'er the lea. The fluffman homeward plods his weary way and leaves the world to darkness and to me.
All right. Mr. Brown, he tell you I am from Spain. That surprise you, eh? When I speak, I have no accent at all. In Spain, one times, I was going to be the bullfighter. So, one Sunday afternoon, I go to the bullfight, and they put me in the bull ring. The bull comes out. I look at the bull, and the bull, he look at me. The bull, he look at me, and I look at the bull. And you know one thing? The bull was better looking than me. Hey, why you no laugh? So So I not become the bullfighter because I don't kill pretty bulls. Good, huh? Now, You never saw me dance the flamenco. I do it very good.
Oh,
Bonsoir, Monsieur Brown. You're just the man I'm wanting.
Me?
Yes, can you help me?
Well, I'll do my best.
I have the big problems.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid I can't do much about those.
No, not that problem.
Oh, sorry.
My life, she's a mess up.
Is she? I mean, is it? What sort of a mess up?
I tell you, last month I met this boy.
Ah, an affair of the heart.
This boy, Pierre, he keeps writing to me.
Yeah, he's a foreigner.
No, he's French.
Well, no, it was to me. He's a... Never mind, go on.
Henri has found the letters.
Oh, the plot thickens.
I'm not like a jealous man.
Pierre?
No.
Oh, Henri.
Marcel. He works with Henri at the consulate.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused. Who is Marcel jealous of, Pierre or Henri?
Emile.
I shouldn't have asked.
There's another thing. He keeps telephoning me.
Who? Pierre, Henri, Marcel or Emile?
Jean-Paul.
I've heard of safety in numbers, but this is ridiculous.
They're all after the one thing. My body. That's all they're after.
Well, you must just try and discourage them.
Oh, no. I like it. I see Pierre Monday, Henri Tuesday, Marcel Wednesdays, Emile Thursdays, and Jean-Paul on Fridays. That is my problem.
What is?
My Saturdays and Sundays, they are so dull.
Good. I have ein großes Problem.
Oh, not another one. Who is it? Hans, Karl, Wilhelm or Adolf?
It is my homework.
Oh, sorry.
Your question is asking, what is correct address for a member of parliament?
Yes.
I do not know where any members of parliament are living.
No, the question means, how do you address them? What do you call an MP?
Ah, I don't know that either.
Right, honourable.
Thousand apologies.
Right, come over here, Ali. Now, what is all this about?
That barbarian is calling me a hairy goat.
Is this true, Ali?
Yes, please. But this infidel is calling me the son of a cross-eyed camel.
It's not true. I am calling him an illegitimate son of a cross-eyed camel.
Yeah, well, it's not good enough.
Ah, you want me to be calling him something worse?
I don't want anybody calling anybody anything. Whatever your differences are, kindly leave them outside the classroom. Now sit down, the pair of you. Did you have a good weekend?
Spent the weekend reading book by Charles Dickens.
Oh, which book were you reading? Which book were you reading?
Oliver Twist.
Really? Do you understand most of the words?
Understand all words.
What, even the Old English?
No Old English words in my book.
Ah, must have been a revised edition.
No. Japanese edition.
I thought it was too good to be true.
Not good for me.
Oh dear, what's the matter?
I have lost my little lead book.
Oh, good. I mean, bad luck.
I look everywhere, but not find it.
Does this mean you won't be treating us to any of the Honourable Chairman's quotations?
Oh, no. No quotations by heart. Chairman Mao, he say, in every process there are number one.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, boss.
Only just made it.
Sorry, boss. We had things to do.
That's right. We just got a fantastic bird.
Really? Does this bird have a name?
Sure, Polly.
In future, kindly refer to her as Polly and not as a bird.
Okie dokie.
She's gonna be very good company for us at night.
Us? What do you mean, us?
Well, we're gonna share her. One night she sleeps with me, another night she sleeps with Maxie.
I don't think I want to hear any more.
Why? You not like birds?
Well, let's just say I don't like sharing them.
Hey, I fixed something for you. You give me a $5, we go get you a bird.
Sure. What color you want?
Oh, what colour is yours?
Mostly red.
With a blue neck.
And a green dress.
Ah, the penny's dropped.
Where?
Polly is a parrot.
Well, that's right. What do you think she is? An elephant?
Why?
Why are you late?
I tell you, my boss where I work, he tell me about a horse who's going to win the big race tomorrow. Very clever horse. Talking horse.
Why, horses don't talk.
Si, senor. He told me he get the tip straight from the horse's mouth.
That's just a racing term.
So right. Then he tell me to put my shed on horse.
You didn't?
Nah.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
My shed wouldn't fit the horse.
Silence!
I bet £10 to win on the horse.
Well, £10 is a lot of money. You could lose.
No lose. Tomorrow I'll be plenty rich. Muchas pesetas.
Look, there's no such thing as a certainty.
Si, senor. My horse is sure to win.
How do you know?
Easy, I tell you. Big race starts 2 o'clock, all right?
Yes.
Bookmaker, he tell me my horse starts at 10 to 1.
Those are the odds. Your horse will start at 2 o'clock, just like all the rest.
He tried to cheat me. I go punch his face.
You'll do no such thing. It'd be far simpler for you to just get another chauffeur.
No, I couldn't do that. You see, Jock's father gave his life defending my father during the war. I feel I owe him a living.
Yeah, well, in that case, why don't you make him very happy and give him a job in your harem or something?
Don't be stupid, Mr. Brown. Now remember that the Arabs are extremely wealthy. Who knows what other benefits they may bestow upon us? Only the other day I was reading in the paper about an Arab who was so pleased with the service at his hotel that he presented the manager with a Rolls-Royce.
Yeah, well, we are not running a hotel, Miss Courtney. Money isn't the be-all and end... A Rolls-Royce?
Yes.
Well, I suppose I could give it a try.
Good. Look upon it as a challenge.
Mr. Miller, that's a joke. Mr. McGregor is from Scotland, which is part of Great Britain. Great Britain is comprised of England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales.
Now, Jesus Christ was the first Roman Catholic.
Oh, what are you on about, you big chanter ass lad?
Por favor.
He was Jewish.
Por favor.
Jock is trying to make the point that Christ was Jewish.
No, he was a Roman Catholic.
No, I wasn't. He was a Jewish.
I punch you in your head.
I'm kicking you up at the back side and I kick you out the front side.
And please be leaving something for me also.
Okay, who's first?
Well, everybody, into line, quickly. I shall be taking you for the rest of the lesson, and I won't stand for any nonsense.
What has happened to Mr. Brown?
Mr. Brown is in my office doing some private tuition.
Repeat after me. It's a bra bricked, moonlicht, nicht, the nicht.
It's a bra bricked, nicht, the nicht. Oh, blimey, I'm knowing that. Farouk.
What is Farouk?
My uncle. He's being 100 years old.
That is not being the answer, you tandoori twit.
All right, you Punjabi prawn. You tell us the answer.
Century. That sounds
Here, is it yours?
No, it belongs to the family I work as au pair. They had to go out tonight, so I thought I'd bring him here to the lessons.
Right, who's known as the father of television?
Eamon Andrews.
Logie Baird.
Oh, blimey. I'm seeing him last night with his little friend, Boo Boo.
That's Yogi Bear. I'm talking about Logie Baird, the man who invented television. Prince Charles.
Yeah.
Which recent King of England was never crowned?
Edward Chukov-Windsor.
Miller, pick a subject. Max.
The Bible.
The Bible, right. Who was Samson?
Victor Mature.
I beg your pardon?
He was being telly last week in film.
Well, never mind the film. Who was he historically?
Ah, acha. He was man who was be very strong. One night, he is be fancy a bit of hanky-panky with woman Delilah. So, he is be hanky-pankying and she is be ask him how he is be very strong. And he is be tell her it is in his long hair. So, one night when he is be fast asleep, she is be give him shorty back and sides. And when he is wake, he is be take prisoner and blinded. But when his hair is be grow long again, he is be pulled down palace.
Is that the authorised version?
It is what I am be see on telly.
Thank you, Edward, the son of Edward III.
Very sorry.
Right, who invented the cotton spinning machine?
Chang Hoi Fang.
Wrong. Sir Richard Arkwright.
Your Richard Arkwright copy invention from Hoi Fang. Just as all Western imperialists steal invention from Chinese scientists. China first to to invent telephone, television, radio, refrigerators, and discover penicillin, radium, and lots of other things.
Rubbish.
No, China not invent rubbish.
Some of them just talk. Right, and a little more than that one. Look, I'll give you an example. November the 5th, Guy Fawkes Day, is something we celebrate only in Britain.
Ah, any more?
Yes, afternoon tea, cricket, the boat race.
Good. Any more?
Bobber Job Week, Chelsea Flip. Look, I'm supposed to be asking you the question.
Pardon.
And where is Mr. Brown?
He no come back.
What do you mean he no come back?
When we leave hospital, we come down the step, and Mr. Brown, he missed just one step, and he break his leg.
How could he possibly break his leg if he only missed one step?
Stepped he miss, top step.
No use beating about the bush.
No.
After all, procrastination is a thief of time.
Absolutely.
Never put off till tomorrow what you could do today.
Very true.
Now then, where was I? Yes, of course. Thank you very much, Mr. Brownlow. Brown! Yes. Well, now, you see, our teacher of English for foreign students has left us rather hurriedly, and I want you to take his place.
Oh, you're offering me a job.
Your name was given to me by one of your former students, Miss Svensson.
Ah, yes, Ingrid.
Yes, but I'd like you to start as quickly as you can.
Well, I haven't said I'll take the job yet.
The starting salary is $5,000 a year, rising to $7,500 by yearly increments.
That's very generous.
The labourer is worthy of his hire. What do you say?
Well, I'd like to think it over, if I may.
Very well. Don't keep me waiting too long. I need to know by tomorrow. Goodbye, Mr.
Brown.
I know. I've got such an awful memory for faces, Mr. Brownlow.
Brown?
Brown, yeah. Please.
Quite all right. But when shall I start?
Start what?
Teaching. I'm accepting the job.
Oh. Have you left your other position, then?
Well, yes, I gave him my notice last night.
Did. That's most unfortunate.
Why?
Well, you see, we don't need anybody now. The chap that left came back again. Good, isn't it?
Not for me, it isn't.
No. Oh, no, I suppose not. No. My dear, what will you do now, Mr. Brownstop?
Brown! There's only one thing I can do.
What's that?
Which way's the nearest unemployment exchange?
What is an apostrophe?
According to the New Testament, there are 12 apostrophes. Peter, Andrew, James, the son of Zebedee, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew, James, the son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon, and Judas.
Well, I am appalled at your lack of knowledge of the English language. In all my years as a teacher, I have never come across a class as ignorant as you are. Well, no wonder your former teacher left. It's enough to make any ordinary man leave. However, I am no ordinary man. I shall look upon this task as a personal challenge. I'm going to teach you all English if it takes me a lifetime.
Nice to see you,
now,
boss. 3 hooray hip-hips for the boss. Hooray! 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 All yours, boss.
Thank you very much.
It's all right.
We are getting you back.
What do you mean you are getting me back?
Well, it's like it is, Professori. We have the good news and we have the bad news.
All right. What's the good news?
Oh, blimey. We are getting rid of Mr. Willikins so that you can be returning.
You mean he left because of your behavior?
not so.
Last night, Monsieur English came to find you.
Ah, from the commercial school.
Yeah, he's wanting to tell you he has a job for you after all.
Oh, well, that is good news.
But now we come to the bad news.
We are be tell Mr. English, you are not be want job with him.
So instead, he give job to Mr. Willikins.
Hey, we plenty smart, huh?
What are the charges?
Miss Chung Soo Lee and Mr. Taro Nagazubi inciting a riot.
I demand diplomatic immunity.
Silence.
Mr. Giovanni Cupello and Miss Danielle Favre disturbing the peace. Mr. Ranjit Singh and Mrs. Jamila Ranjaf causing an affray.
Please, I'm not understanding what he's meaning.
And I am no be understand also, Master Ji.
But he's reading out the charges.
You mean we are having to pay for being here?
More than likely.
Will you please be quiet?
Sorry.
Mr. Ali Nadim and Miss Anna Schmidt causing a public nuisance. Mr. Juan Cervantes and Mr. Maximilian Papandreou assaulting a police officer.
He assaulted us first.
Sí, he hit my fist with his jaw.
Another remark like that, I shall hold you in contempt.
Por favor.
Speak when you are spoken to, Juan.
Sorry, wrong number.
Carry on with the charges.
That's all.
Task Mr. Blount allocate to Tallow and me is visit Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park to observe auditors.
Say to you again, ladies and gentlemen, do not be deceived by assurances of a so-called change of attitude in China. They are still governed by dictators. The people are still oppressed.
Lavish!
It is not rubbish. China is still an aggressive nation.
It is Western imperialists who are aggressors. China is still a free democracy.
Now who's talking rubbish?
You are.
If you don't like it over here, get back to where you came from.
Don't speak like that to my friendo.
You are ignorant capitalist ratty. You are.
Now calm down.
If you wasn't a lady, I'd thump you.
I have news for you. I am no lady. You see, it was political act of self-defense.
Not our fault.
You may stand down.
Mr. Giovanni Capello and Miss Favre.
Take the book in your right hand and read what's on the card.
Not likely. I not swear on a Protestant Bible.
We are Catholics.
I swear by the Pope.
Give him a Catholic Bible.
Okie dokie. I promise I'm gonna tell all of the truth.
Me too.
Carry on.
Your Honor, it's like this.
Mr. Brown asked us to visit television studios to see how television programs are made.
Oi.
Yes?
Where do you think you're going?
We go to have a look round.
You're not allowed in here without a pass.
But I'm sure you can look the other way. Rules are made to be broken, no?
Not by me, no.
But it's for our homework.
Sorry.
Hey! What's that down there?
Where?
Come on.
What do we do now?
We have a look round. Don't worry, nobody's gonna find us here. Santa Maria. Quick, in here.
Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of World of Sport. This afternoon in our search for sporting action...
Excuse me.
But which way do we go?
Do you mind? I'm on air.
Hey, I've seen you someplace before. You don't have a look like that David Dickey.
Dickie Davis, you spaghetti.
Ah, that's right.
Look, I am Dickie Davis and I'm trying to do a programme. I'm very sorry about that, but when the programme is live, anything can happen, can't it? As I was
Hey,
saying...
David, can I have your autograph, please?
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My first guest tonight has flown across the Atlantic specially to be with us. I think perhaps it's best...
Hey, I know you. It's Sir Michael Parkington.
It's not, it's Eamon Andrews.
Sorry.
Oh, my God.
Yes, it's Mr. Brown's fault, not mine.
The Oxley too.
Carry on.
Master G is asked us for our homework to be take boat on River Thames.
And we comply.
When the weather is fine, then you know it's a sign for messing about on the river. If you take my advice, there's nothing so nice.
Well, that's very simple. It's forward to go forward and backwards to go backwards.
What about if you want to go sideways?
I think I am seasick.
You really want to hire this boat?
Most definitely.
All right. Switch on. I'll cast off. Don't put it in gear until I tell you to.
So I'll leave you right now. Cast off your bags,
It's a wonder the boat didn't sink.
It did?
Stand down. Tell the court what happened, Mr. Cervantes.
Si, signora. And Mr. Brown, he tell us to go and see the wax.
Wax works.
He say, I tell, not you.
Okay.
So we go to Madame Tussaud. Hey, I tell you what we do. You take the photo of me with the British Royal flag.
Okay. Which way we go?
We ask where we find
We want the Queen.
Hey, what's the matter? You dead?
He's a wax man.
Looks like a real man.
Hey, look, here's another.
Ah.
He don't look very nice.
No. He looks like a dame.
How they get mustache?
Do it. Panayama.
It's a speaking dummy.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
You're a real man.
Yes, including the moustache.
And we are looking for the royal family.
I'm going to have the picture taken with the Queen. Arminal.
Members of the public are not allowed to touch the exhibits.
It's all right. We not tell nobody.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, you are too late. We are about to close. You will find the exit that way.
We better go.
Now, I want the picture with the Queen and Prince Philip. We go that way.
There they are.
I go front, you take picture.
Okay, but be quick.
All right.
Watch the bird.
I'll just check in here.
Come on, you two.
Proceed, please.
Jolly good. Teacher is tolding us to be visiting...
I am not tolding you anything, Ali.
Oh, yes, please. I was being there when you were tolding us.
There's no such word as tolding.
Teacher is right.
Thank you, Anna.
Mr. Brown told us.
The past participle of the verb to tell is told.
Mr. Brown, May I remind you that you are not here to teach English?
Yes, Miss Courtney. Sorry, Your Honour.
Carry on, Mr. Nadi.
Jolly good. Mr. Brown told us to be visiting the zoo.
We saw all the animals, and on the way out, Ali decided he wanted to ride on the elephant.
See the elephant with the long trunk swinging, the great big ears and the long trunk swinging, sniffing up the peanuts and the long trunk swinging. We can stay all day. We're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about?
Excuse me, please. We are wanting to have a ride on elephant.
Hard cheese.
Would you like a hearty dog?
What?
You were saying your cheese is hard, so I'm offering you my hearty dog.
Why don't we start again? We would like a ride on the elephant.
Well, you can't.
Why not?
You are not allowed on the elephant without a keeper.
We are wanting to be riding on elephant, not the keeper.
I've no idea.
You go for keeper.
No, I go for pint.
You come two. We're going to the zoo, zoo.
Hello. Oh, it is an Indian elephant.
How do you know that?
It has a bigger head and longer nose. Oh, blimey, it is pinching my heart. Hey, but...
What are you doing?
We are going to be riding on elephant.
No, we wait for keeper.
Don't worry. I know everything about elephant. Please be getting up.
It may be dangerous.
Oh, no. Indian elephants are most peaceful people. We are only going to be sitting. Climb, please. Climb. Hey.
Come, Ali.
Oh.
You're very high.
Oh, yes. When I was being a little boy in Delhi, I used to ride elephant.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes. To be going on left side, you're pulling left here.
Yeah.
To be going on the rightwards, you're pulling right here. And to be stopping, you're pulling both ears.
What about starting?
To be starting, you bang on head.
Oh, blimey!
What happened to the elephant?
It went for a bath in the lake.
Unfortunately, we are still sitting on it.
You may stand
Yes,
down.
Your Honour. I beg the court to show clemency in this case. These poor unfortunate people are guests in our country. They have journeyed from their native lands to our shores to learn our mother tongue. Why? Because they admire our English way of life, with its long tradition of hospitality, free speech, justice, and above all, fair play. They have committed no offence in their eyes. They were merely carrying out their duties as they saw them. I mean, one only has to look at them to see that they are not criminals. I'm sure the court will find them innocent. If anyone is guilty, it is I.
Also, he's not be spell very good.
Please, Lanjit, lap it off before Ari arrives.
No.
You make Ali very mad.
I am not caring. Yesterday, Ali is calling me a monkey face.
He shouldn't call you monkey face.
Oh, thank you, Max.
It's not your fault you look like that.
Little poetries. When first I come to school, I am sit here like a fool. But Master G is teach me how to speech, and now I am speak much more better.
It didn't exactly rhyme.
Master Shakespeare no be rhyme.
No, that's true. He doesn't know.
I tell you a little story. My cousin from Madrid, his wife, she goes up to heaven. Spiritu Santo Domini. And in the funeral, my cousin, he's very bad. So the priest, he come to him and say, please, my son, don't worry. In 6 months from now, maybe you find another beautiful señorita and you get married. My cousin, he said to the priest, 6 months? What am I going to do tonight?
Thank you, man.
I know plenty more.
The landlord man I'm staying with is telling me I am speaking English much more better than what he's doing.
Is he a Londoner?
No, he's from Turkey.
Well, I wouldn't let it go to your head, Ranjit. Right, now, Pay
How
attention.
can you be saying you are all right when you have been crying buckets of water?
I can do nothing to help.
How you know we can do nothing to help if you not tell us your problem?
All right, I tell you. I have to go back to West Germany.
Why you got to go back?
My visa as au pair is kaput. Finished. 2 years is nearly up.
Why not ask for extension?
Won't work. I have a friend from East Germany, Eva, also au pair. She's been told she has to go back next month.
You don't want to go back?
I want to stay here.
You can be staying with me. I hide you. Nobody will be knowing you are there.
Thank you, Ranjit, but it won't work.
Maybe you ask for diplomatic immunity.
Ah, Suli is right. You can be a detector.
Defector.
Ah, that is what I mean.
People only defect from east to west. I'm already in the west.
Go to Chinese embassy and join with Republic of China in fight against Russian aggression.
I want to stay here in England.
I have answer. Become British citizen.
How?
Wife automatically take nationality of husband.
Hey, that Taro's got something. You must get married.
With an Englishman.
Hey, how about Sid? He is an Englishman.
He's already being married.
We put something in the newspaper. Wanted. Smart Englishman, plenty money, good looks, to marry beautiful German girl. Very sexy.
I can't do that.
Sure you can.
When I marry, it must be Mr. Wright.
Is he English?
Who?
This Mr. Wright.
Haven't met him yet.
Oh, blimey. How can he be marrying someone he haven't met yet?
What Anna means, when she marries Mr. Right, not Mr. Wrong.
But his be sound like a foreign person. Who? Mr. Wrong.
Don't take any notice of them, Anna.
What I mean is, when I get married, it must be for love.
You don't have to live with him. All you gotta do is get a British passport by getting married. Then after a couple of months, you get a divorce.
Who's going to agree to marry me for a couple of months?
Plenty people. Hey, now let's think of somebody.
First, he's got to be English.
Hey, that's right.
Hey, and a little bit stupid.
Somebody simple, huh?
Who we can twist round a little finger.
It is impossible.
God will find a way.
Tell me, where is God going to find a stupid, simple Englishman whom we can twist round our little finger?
Sure, boss. There is no other way.
Miss Courtney was right, then.
Miss Courtney knows about Anna.
Well, she suspected, correctly, as it turns out.
Can you no be help her, Masterji?
Well, I'll do my best. Now, listen, Anna, do you know who's responsible for your condition?
Yeah.
Good. Who is it?
The Home Secretary.
I beg your pardon?
He is the one.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You must be mistaken.
Nein, he is the one.
Well, I'm afraid he must have been lying.
Who was lying?
Well, this person who told you that he was the Home Secretary.
What person?
Well, the person who put you in the state you are in.
Yeah, the Home Secretary.
Couldn't have been the Home Secretary.
It was. My girlfriend Eva is in the same boat with me.
You mean your girlfriend is also in your condition?
Yeah.
Well, both of you were in the same boat with the Home Secretary?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
It's true. Eva has written to him, but he says her visa cannot be extended. Mine also is ending. That is why I must get married with an Englishman.
Just a minute. You mean you want to get married to stay in the country?
I'm buying you a cup of tea.
Oh, thank you, Ellie.
I am buying you a chocolate biscuit.
Oh, thank you, Ranjit.
Unfortunately, while I'm coming from the canteen, I am eating it.
Well, never mind. It's the thought that counts. Cheers. That's funny.
What is it?
This tea tastes like coffee.
Excuse, please. It is tasting like coffee.
Oh, blimey. That is explaining it.
Explaining what?
All the time I'm being in the canteen, I'm thinking my coffee is tasting like tea.
Well, never mind. Right, now, before we go any further, I want to talk to you about the school fete.
We are looking forward to it.
Has he got someone famous to open it?
Yes, Robert Dougal.
Never heard of him.
I am to see him on television, Master Ji. Dougal, Florence, and Zebedee.
Oh, Jamila, that's a doggy sort of Dougal. This is Robert Dougal, who used to be a newsreader, only he's retired now.
Ah, that's no good. It's much better we get somebody who reads the news now, like that Angela Ripoff.
Ripon.
Scusi.
I am liking the other one better, Annie Minnie.
Annie Minnie?
She is reading the news on ITV.
Anna Ford.
Wrong car.
Miss Courtney should have asked me.
What for? You're not famous.
No, but I'm a big friend of famous man on television.
Another one of your fairies' tales.
It's true. He's a big star of Celebrity Square Eyes.
It's not Bob Monkey House.
Willie Rushington.
No, the Cockney man.
But Arthur Mullard?
Yeah, that's him.
You know him well.
Like her brothers. He would have been very happy to come and open the fete.
Yes, well, it's too late.
Oh, dear. Yes, well, thank you very much for telling me. Goodbye.
Bad news?
Extremely. Mr. Dougal has flu. He is confined to bed.
Oh, great. There goes our celebrity.
Well, now what are we going to do? We've got no one to open the
Fairies'
fete.
tales, Max.
I did meet him once,
When?
2 years ago. I sat next to him on a bus.
I beg your pardon?
See, last week I see a film, Swedish Sextet.
Yeah, well, never mind what you saw. A sextet means 6 people.
See, like in the film. There were 6 big Swedish girls with a big...
Yeah, don't worry. The correct word to describe a relative by marriage is in-law, as in brother-in-law, and not as you put, outlaw.
It's the same thing.
It is not the same thing. An outlaw is a bandit.
Well, so is my brother-in-law.
Mr. Singh, where is Sydney?
Outside, cleaning the corridor.
Not the caretaker, the city.
See my wife, Rihanna. She's becoming another person.
Oh, dear. Have you tried hormones?
What are you meaning?
Well, I don't know much about these sex changes.
Oh, no, she's not doing anything like that.
No, but you just said she was becoming another person.
Yes, she's becoming another lady person, not man person.
Oh, I see. You mean she's behaving differently?
Yes, please. She's making phone calls. And when I am coming in, she's hanging up chop chop. And at night times, she's going out, leaving me in the house with the baby.
Ah, I'm beginning to see daylight.
Of course, it is not being dark yet.
No, you have just had a baby.
No, my wife had the baby.
But that's it, don't you see? Lots of women change after they've had babies. It's called postnatal depression. I'm sure she'll get over it.
Some night, she's not letting me sleep with her.
Have you thought about getting an au pair?
Oh, blimey. She would not be letting me sleep with an au pair.
I need to help with the baby.
Sorry, please.
I also think she ought to see a doctor.
Oh, no, she's not liking doctors very much.
Yes, but she ought to talk to somebody.
Perhaps you could talk to her.
Me?
Yes, please.
Well, I hardly think I'm qualified.
You must be helping me.
All right, I'll come home with you tonight and we'll see what we can do.
Jolly good.
All right, yes. Time then? It's probably enough.
What time are you referring to?
Lesson time.
Oh, no. Rehana is coming to see Mr. Brown. This is Seed, our caretaker man. This is Mrs. Nadeem, the wife of Ali.
And very nice, too.
Ali, I have been here.
We are making for him a surprise.
It is thank you party for being such good husband and giving me beautiful baby.
But we are not wanting him to be finding out.
No, already he is most suspicious with me going out to arrange everything with Ranjit.
Oh, don't worry, I won't tell a Dickie.
Never mind this Dickie. It is Ali you should not be finding out.
That's what I just said. When's the surprise?
Tonight. You are welcome to be coming if you are wishing.
Oh, Tom.
Jamila is making lovely food and Gladys is making delicious cakes.
Please, where is Mr. Brown?
He's in Miss Courtney's office.
Good. I must be asking him to be keeping Ali late after class so all students can be arriving for party before he is getting home.
Oh.
While you are seeing Mr. Brown, I go to be speaking with Gladys.
Oh, good. And you can buy me a nice cup of tea.
See you later, love.
Please, not to be telling Ali.
Well, I won't. For his sake, not yours.
Good. We are not wanting him to be finding out before tonight.
Well, why tonight?
Tonight, he'll be knowing everything.
Are you going to tell him?
No, he'll be seeing for himself.
Good Lord.
It will be a big surprise.
I think it'll be more of a shock.
You are also coming to the party tonight.
What party?
The one we have been arranging for Ali.
I'm getting a bit confused.
You are saying you are knowing everything?
Yeah, well, I just realised I don't know quite as much as I thought I did. Now, tell me something, Ranjit. Have you been seeing Ali's wife?
Most certainly. To be arranging the party for him tonight at 10 o'clock.
And that's all? Just a party? Oh.
You very bad man, you.
Mr. Brown is telling me you are having girlfriend.
You damn fool! Why are you saying that for?
I didn't. You've obviously misunderstood me.
You are nearly breaking up my marriage.